Okay, our title today is Circumference. Circumference of a circle. Okay, so I have a little circle here, and I'm going to put arrows going around the circle. I'm going to write this again. Circumference, C-U-M-F-E-R-E-N-C-E. Circumference. How you can remember what a circumference is? Think of this right here as being circle. It's from the word circle. And this right here, think of it being fence. Circle fence. It's the distance going around the circle. So I'll just put that to the side. So you can think of it as being circle fence. It's the distance around the circle. So whatever that measurement is, that's called circumference. It's like the perimeter. I'm going to draw a little bit larger circle. And our next word is radius. Radius comes from the word ray. And it's basically from the center to the outside. That distance is called the radius. So it's the distance from the center to the outside. All right, that's what a radius is. So think of it as being a ray from the center to the outside. Now if I take two of these, so that it makes a straight line. This distance right here, from there to there, that distance is called diameter. Diameter. By the word, dia meaning across, like diagonal, meter meaning measure, measure across. So what is it? It's the distance. It's the distance across the circle but through the center. Distance across the circle through the center. So it goes from one end to the other, but it has to go through the center. Please note that there's two, for every diameter, there's two radiuses, right? One diameter is the same as two radii, I guess is a term we'd use. Radius for singular, radii, I'm not too sure. I have to double check on that, but plural, two of them. Okay, just so you know, radius, the plural of it is radii. Oh, also radiuses. So I guess I could say radiuses. Okay, we also learned about another number, pi. Circumference divided by the diameter is equal to pi. And we said pi is equal to 3.141592653, and it keeps on going. It keeps on going. It does not end. No, I'll just write that right here. No end and no repeat. No end and no repeat. So in other words, it's not going to repeat the same numbers. It's not going to have 2653, 2653, 26. It's not going to do that. It never repeats. You will see these numbers again, but it's not a pattern. But we like to use, or many times you will see people just use this. Round to the nearest hundredths. That's pretty much all we care about. Now, instead of writing like this, we could write it this way. Circumference is diameter times pi. And remember, we said that diameter is 2r's. So really, we could write it this way. And this is what I'd like you to memorize. Circumference is equal to 2 radiuses times pi. 2 times r times pi. So this is what you want to memorize. Memorize it. And that's, in case you don't know what that is, that's 2, I'll even spell it out, times, if you want, radius times pi. Okay, that's what that is. 2 times radius times pi. And we'll just be using the calculators to do that. Okay, so we'll do 4 problems down below. Okay, so I drew 4 circles, not very large. Now for each one of these, I'm going to put in the formula to find circumference. And that's 2r pi, 2 radius times pi. Two times radius times pi, that's circumference. I put the formula for each one, and then we'll go through and calculate what that is. Okay, let's concentrate on our first problem. And it looks like we have a radius of 6 meters. The M stands for meters. I like using M because it's just one letter instead of saying inches or yards. Trying to be efficient. So the radius is 6, so I put the number for the variable. 2 times 6 times pi. And that leaves us with 12 pi. Now you could leave it just like that. Okay, you could leave it like that. And this is the exact. That is the exact answer. But many times we want a number. We don't want just the exact. So if I use 3.14 for pi, 12 times 3.14, of course I'm going to use a calculator for that, I would get the answer. 12 times 3.14 is 37.68. 37.68. And I forgot to put the units, but the units are meters. I should have done that right here. That's how many meters there are. Okay, so this is the approximate answer. I'll use this color. This is approximately. Approximately. It's not the exact answer. This is the exact. This is approximately. We went to the nearest tenths. Now, if we went to the nearest whole number, 3, we would say 36. It all depends on how much you want to approximate. But standard is to use 3.14. Okay, let's go to one below it. And notice that it is 8 meters across. 8 meters across. Well, we know our formula is 2r pi. So we want 2 times the radius. Now wait a minute, that's not the radius. That's the diameter, right? Which is 2 radiuses. So really, I could put 2 times 4, or I could just put the number 8. Because the diameter is 2 radiuses. So really, the answer is just 8 pi. That would be our exact answer. That's the exact answer. Okay, what if we didn't do the exact answer? Then we would have 8 times 3.14. Use a calculator. Okay, and if I do that, 8 times 3.14 is 25.12. 25.12. That's in meters. And I forgot to put meters for this one. Okay, so this is not the exact answer, it's approximate. It's an approximate answer to the nearest hundredths. Okay, so now that you've seen these 2 problems, I'm going to have you do these 2 on the side, just like those, just with different numbers. Okay, this one right here will be 7 meters, this radius. And then down below, we'll put in a diameter of 10 meters. That's the diameter all the way across. All right, so now would you go ahead and calculate the exact and the approximate. Okay, number 7, the exact answer should be 14 pi. 14 pi meters. That's exact. Approximately, that's 14 times pi. 14 times 3.14 is 43.96. That's the approximate. 43.96 meters. That's for going around the circle. For the next one, this is 2 times the radius. 10 meters is 2 times the radius. So the answer is 10 pi meters. That's the exact answer. And if I calculated that out using 3.14, that's 31.4 meters. That's the approximate value. That's the exact, that's the approximate. Okay, so now you should know how to calculate the distance going around the circle. That's called circumference. And it's just diameter times pi, or 2 radiuses times pi.